Alright, welcome to the channel, everybody. Today we're going to be doing a review of Zaccaria Pinball Pack 11. So these are some deluxe tables. I have them all shown here for packs 11 and 12. This first pack, pack 11, it goes for $35 on the 4K, $30 on the HD, and we're going to be covering Sinistar, House of Diamonds, Robot, Strike, and Pool Champion for pack 11. So let's get started. We'll start with Sinistar. See how it goes. And I'll give my reviews on these versus other deluxe tables. And then we'll give a review to the whole pack as a whole. And see what you guys think. Alright, Sinistar. Pretty good music, I will say. The back glass is extremely bland for what it is. They could have done a lot more with it. Two upper playfields. There's an extremely large playfield here that basically covers 2/3 of the entire table, and you have a little mini playfield which is basically Plinko. This spiral top sort of thing is kind of cool, but we'll jump in. Alright. All of these have really good dynamic lighting and sound effects kit, but we'll cover that as we go too. This is all about movies and theater, so it is very tough to see, however, as to what is going on under the playfield here. And that's probably its biggest downfall that I have seen, is just trying to piece through what is actually there and what is not. Very tough to understand. I was actually up on the upper playfield here. You have a little bit of a magnet. Now I'm on the upper playfield, and again, it's very tough to kind of these upper playfield. I can actually tilt this playfield just a little bit right or left, and then it gets tilted, and I can throw it back down through here. It's very strange, and it's very tough to keep in your head as you're playing it. So that's a little bit of the confusion here. These two pins are actually up above on the upper playfield. These pins are all upper playfield things, and it's just this whole area is basically wide open. You've got this got this white line of acrylic that goes all along there, and it has that green line that kind of accentuates that. So it kind of tries to do its best to try to give you an understanding of what's going on there, but it is very tough to see. And now we're down on the bottom playfield. So, I don't know. This is a tough one to play. I love the orbit there. It's very clean. It's all the way around, which you don't really see anymore a lot of. Loop level 2. Some good loops. Otherwise, it has the typical Magic Pixel bouncy physics in the center post. This center post actually actuates up and down. So, which is here nor there. I mean, some tables had that. That's not new to Magic Pixel at all, but... Level 3. The voice work is pretty bland on this one. There doesn't really have to be a whole lot. I will say the music is kind of okay, but it's like taking pictures and stuff back and forth. You hear that camera shutter again and again and again. This is a little weird. I don't know. This one I really struggle with because it is so difficult to see, and it really plays tricks on your eyes. So if I had to rate this one, I can't really give this one much more than a 5. Like, I know there's more value here than that, but it's really tough to see, and I just don't know why someone would play this over something else. Obviously, if you're into the theme, that's one thing. But man, it's really tough to follow. Like, clearly you can see that this part is raised up and there's kind of a mini orbit there. But when you shoot that shot, this kind of just keeps going. Like, it doesn't wrap around. Like, there's nothing to hook that around. So it's I don't know. These 3 bumpers are on the bottom, so you're gonna go right into those bumpers as opposed to this. This is, to me, is kind of misleading. So there's the graphics here are kind of misleading in a lot of ways as you go through this, and it's really tough. So, and that's the way you get to the upper play field. But man, it's really tough to see, to try to fathom what's going on most of the time. And even if they fogged the, see, the ball was actually stuck. That's kind of crazy. I don't know what the plan is or what you're supposed to do up there. If you're supposed to hit a particular circle or what. But man, it's just, I just noticed this guy here kind of sitting there. It's just kind of, I want to like this game more. It's got some cool art style stuff going on. But man, oh man, try to get into a mode here. I like that the music kicks up. There's some good elements there, but I'm gonna try to get into that spiral. I know you can get there from the top going through this ramp here, but you kind of have to make that shot and then go down the spiral. So, I don't know. This one I have to give a 5. Like, it's a really difficult table to play. So, that's where I'll leave it. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just too hard. I mean, too hard to play. I'm sure if you played it enough and you wanted to play it, that's one thing, but I just can't get into it. Alright, so House of Diamonds. House of Diamonds Deluxe. So this is based on the 1978 table that it's been remade. This one, oh my gosh, the art style. Goodness gracious, folks. The back glass on a lot of these is just awful. So, I know these have been changed on Steam, and I really hope they come to Atgames. This back glass, I mean, this has got to be the worst back glass ever. Look at this dude. I mean, this guy has eyebrows for days. This king looks like he's either high or near death. I don't know what's going on. This Joker doesn't look happy or sad. I'm not really sure what's going on there. That back glass it's sad because the game itself is actually pretty decent. We're going to get into that next, but it's a little weird that the theming is kind of strange. I wish that they had, again, I know I've mentioned this before, I wish when they do the playfields that they would be able to adjust that playfield layer a little bit so that they could actually let you see this guy's face a little better. The king's face is blotted out. I think if they could have moved him up just a little bit, at least get both of his eyes visible, like just little subtle changes like that would clean it up so much. I like that there's an animated king over here, and he actually stops the ball with his sword, which is kind of cool. This bazaar type of thing is kind of interesting. It's like a pop-up shop kind of a thing. It plays on a card theme, even though it's a knight in shining armor type of game. But otherwise, this one plays pretty good. I mean, I think they did a lot of justice changing the artwork on the Steam version of this. There you can see the king actually stops the ball. And now you're going to have this kind of dynamic up here, where you kind of want to let that ball slide through there as fast as possible. And then the Joker throws it in the castle there. So now we're starting multi-ball. Super easy to get into, clearly. I didn't really do anything to warrant it. I will say I do like a fan layout, but because of the way the railings are wrapping over, it's really hard to see this one.
2 million.
A lot of times when they do stuff like this, they would take these rails and maybe do them as transparent plastic as opposed to metal. And I think that could have really made this table a lot better. I don't know that Magic Pixel has ever done that. They've always had the metal rails, as opposed to like the Williams tables on Zen that actually have plastic rails and stuff like that, or plastic ramps. So, I don't know, they really don't have any precedence for that, other than the older Solid States. You will see that on like the old Spooky, you'll see that on maybe Stars Phoenix, they had some plastic railings and things like that. Zancor shows some metal ramps and things like that. they didn't really pull those assets forward to the to the remakes and to these deluxe tables, and I don't understand that. Graphically, this table is pretty good looking. Obviously, it's easy to score good on this one. As far as this pack goes, or as this table goes, you know, I would have to probably give this one a 7. And that's a good rating for a lot of, like, that's my, like a table that's really good and playable, but doesn't do anything special. This one, you know, I don't even want to give this a 7. I want to give this a 6. I think it's a little rough in its current state. The back glass is pretty ugly. They made some design choices here that I don't really care for. So let's go with a 6 on this one. I don't know. I just think that they could do a lot more on this. It's super playable. And I think with some tweaks it could have been really, really good. But man, they made it really tough to see across the center of the playfield. And that back glass is just atrocious. So really tough seeing this one. I don't know. When this was one of the few games that I had, I really liked it. So it's hard to give it a poor rating, but because I did actually like it at one point. But nowadays, we have so many more better options that I just don't think that this title is going to be something that you're going to be dying to buy. And ultimately, this one could be skippable, if you will. So Sinistar hasn't been necessarily all that great. House of Diamonds, it is what it is. The next one's Robot Deluxe. So Robot Deluxe, we'll jump down to Robot. These particular games, the Solid State and the remake, were pretty good, actually. We went through these once upon a time. I think they're pack 6, if I recall. Again, crazy playfield. These deluxe tables are really, really busy. That's their biggest complaint. They're super busy. They're hard to see. On this one, you've got basically 3 upper playfields. You have a playfield here, designated with a white border and the acrylic itself. You have this semicircle ramp at the top here, which has a slider, which allows for a bounce to try to collect drop targets. Kind of reminiscent of Soccer Kings, if you remember that one. And then, of course, we have the other playfield here, which has 2 additional flippers. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flippers. I think that's all. There's a lot of flippers on a lot of these tables, so that's another big complaint. Center post, lots of flippers. Very busy tables. So this one I think is better than most. So the back glass is actually quite good. Again, they changed these. If you look at the ones on Steam, they actually updated them even further, and they're even better. So as long as the gameplay is good, we'll see. Now this does have some cool interactive elements. And if you got some kids in your house that just love robots or any type of tech like that, they might really dig this one. You do have kind of a magnet stop there, which I'm usually not much of a fan of. But I don't know how else you would see that ball coming, because you got so many stupid playfields in the way. So that's kind of a bummer. You have this little mini flipper, which I forgot about, so that's 8. We're going to go to single core. The robot's going to go ahead and grab that ball. You can see this is kind of how that slides around. I'll try to show that a little better too. Now, unique and different, that this one is very unique and different. You can say that. So it's got that going for it. It is very busy, which is going against it. The back glass, I said, was pretty decent. So, come on, give me back my ball. The sound effects are pretty good in this, and I actually like the music. So, in general, I really like this one. I would say this one's an 8. So this is a better title. Certainly better than the last 2 we played. It has a lot more going for it. It does have some cooler elements. This has some really cool stuff happening at the top of this playfield. You can see kind of a spinny dial thing. And there's actually a drop target in the center there that if you hit, you can actually get some good points. And then you have these cool machines and robot hands and things like that are going on. So this one I kind of dig. It's got some good elements to it. I love that they updated the artwork on the Steam version, so I would love to see that in this. But even still, even the current artwork on this is really, really good. I really like it. It's kind of more old schooly on this one, where it's a little more new school on the Steam version. But yeah, this table is actually pretty cool. It is very busy, so if that's going to be a problem for you, definitely consider that. If you have any sort of visual distraction type of thing that's going to be a problem for you, these deluxe tables are probably just not for you in general. They can be much harder than most. In general, I like the remake tables maybe the most of all of them, which is the remakes and the year titles, so the 2017, 2018, those types of titles. Those are all the remakes. Those in general are so much better than really any of them. So even the deluxe tables. So I completed that mode. We're going to hit the center post that time. We're going to try to get back in that single core one more time. I want to kind of show off that. This is the double core. So we're going to go back up to that upper playfield. So kind of hit that ball all around and then get down here and the robot hand grabs it. Really cool. Love this table. It's got some cool elements to it. I'll give that one an 8. Okay, next up. Strike Deluxe. So Strike Deluxe is a pool-based game. I'm sorry, bowling, not pool. I'm looking at Pool Champion and saying, again, back glass. Come on, folks. This back glass is atrocious. I mean, oh my goodness. First of all, who throws a bowling ball like that? This dude is super excited. I don't know what's going on back here. His hand is totally messed up. This is a woman. She does not look particularly good. The eyes are really bad. This here, I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, it's really hard. These back glasses are really bad. Obviously, they changed them for a reason. The playfield, again, super busy. Like, what is going on? This one has all kinds of like partial rail systems. There's a partial rail, partial rail, partial rail, partial rail. The number of flippers, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. But I want to say there's more than that. There's one there. There's 5. It has this cool element where you actually go bowling. So we'll get into that. So, yeah. Let's get into it. Again, a magnet stop, not a big fan. But again, there's spots on here that you're not going to be able to see that shot until you need to take it. So, oh, look, there's another mini flipper over there. So, my goodness. So 4, 5, 6. 6 flippers? Yep, back to 6. So I do like some of the sound effects. And here's our game here, where you have to catch the ball. Whoops! You have to catch it and then hit double flippers to do the bowling.
When you know what you were doing.
Basically, this is all about moving up the ranks from your local, your county, your world, national, and city, and you have to go through these 5 modes, working up through the ranks. Again, very tough to see. There's a lot going on here. It does have some cooler elements. That's one thing I will say about all these deluxe tables. They do have different stuff. This is very different. I don't know that we've seen this before. You will see it on more deluxe tables, but it's something new and different. The callouts are pretty minimal in this one.
Come on!
Yeah, what I will say about these tables, so if you got a 4K, some of these tables you probably didn't have to buy. You probably already had them. Now, that's not true of everybody. I bought the I bought the Tech for Mars 4KP, And so I got Attack from Mars, and I got these 10 games for free. All of the deluxe tables. So, and then I had to buy everything from there. So, now we're going to go into start mode. I'm going to try to stop this ball. I got to get it to my right flipper, like so, and we're going to take a shot all the way to the far left. Right here is start mode. Again, we're going to let this ball kind of die, hopefully. There we go. Start a mode.
The first tournament is here.
So we start local.
Hit flashing orbit. Hold.
So flashing orbits. This is pretty straightforward for a lot of these games. You just have to do what they say. Hit an orbit. Load completed. Pretty simple. So that's the local tournament. Now we work on the city. So we have to do start mode again. Modes are really easy to get through. That's one benefit of this one. Try to capture this ball again. Try to get back into the mode. There we go.
Getting more serious now.
Into the city.
Hit flashing orbit.
So flashing orbit. So it's either there or here. Or capture hole. Oh, see that should have caught and didn't. So we'll see if we can capture this ball. Shoot the orbit.
Nice.
And we're gonna have to do that again. It looks like we have to do the capture hole and the orbit, as opposed to just doing the orbit twice. So I forgot about that. Wait for this ball to kind of come down. I'm going to need to get this on my right flipper, so like so. And I need to stick this ball right in that capture hole. So that's pretty tough. Again, timed mode, which I'm not a huge fan of. Timed modes are really, really tricky. So that really downplays this game a little bit. So if I had to rate this one, I'd give it a 6. The back glass is atrocious. There's a lot of stuff up here going on that really doesn't need to. They have railings coming out of the top of bowling pins. I think it would be just been better to just take out this railing, take out this one, and maybe take out these two so you can see those 2 bowling pins. This lady's literally doing nothing. This guy is just, I don't know. It just doesn't add anything, at least not at this level. When you're looking at these in cabinet mode straight down, it just doesn't add anything to the playfield. I would have just taken them off. So that one I would give a 6. It's okay. Like I said, it's nothing, it doesn't really pull me in. Pool Champion is our last one. And we're going to go back up to Pool Champion here. And this will be our last one. For pack 11. Okay. And look at this playfield. Holy cow, man. Are we busy or what? Again, craziness. If you were to look at the, so you got another upper playfield. This one has a huge, I assume that's supposed to be basically a pool ball. So you're gonna, when you get up there, you actually hit these 4 targets, and then you get bonuses that way. Millions. You have an additional playfield up here, which actually spans all the way across here. So you got this. You've got 3 flippers associated with that. You have 2 flippers here, so 5, 6, 7. 8 is there, 9 is here, 10 and 11 here. So you have 11 flippers on this thing. This is our problem, folks. These tables are absolutely crazy busy. Man, oh man. So we're gonna play it, see what you guys think.
Pool champion?
Again, dynamic lighting and sound effects all sound really, really good. But man, they're just so busy. I actually love the sound effects on this one. The cracking of pool balls and stuff sounds really good. Again, magnet stops. And I think they had to do the magnet stops so that you could see where the stupid ball is. Like, that's just, it's a lot, man. Now we're on the upper playfield. I don't know if you caught that or not. So this far ramp here goes right to the upper playfield, so it's a direct shot. So that's at least nice to see.
Spinner bonus.
Again, I love the sounds in this one. And I like you have direct access to the playfield. It's a tough shot, but at least you know how to get there. Just barely got there that time.
1 million.
So here we are. So we want to try to get all of these drop targets up here. This has kind of a Black Knight kind of feel because you have the flipper at the far end and you're trying to throw it all the way to the other end, which is kind of wild. Again, new and different. That's something that these deluxe tables are really trying to emphasize. So,
1 million.
yeah, there we go. Hoping to get up to that upper pool playfield at some point to show you that.
Again, activated. Blue ball. Hit the ring.
So it's a little weird that they went with blue ball, yellow ball, pink ball, green ball, red ball. I mean, I don't know what the point of that is, but
1 million.
they could have called them, I don't know, solids and stripes, maybe bank shots. I feel like they could have done some better pool-related terms.
Shot.
But at any rate, they did what they did. You hear all kinds of magnet stops, which didn't really do anything there. You actually heard the magnet, but you didn't actuate anything. So, kind of strange. There's kind of almost sound pollution, if you will. Crazy, crazy. These tables, man, they're just wild. I want to get to that upper playfield with the pool ball. If we can swing it. This is the last table we have to cover, so I can spend a little extra time, but we're not going to go crazy if I can't get up there.
Double combo.
And that ramp is super steep. You've just noticed that. It's a really tough shot to get up there.
Combo.
I'm saying, not a tough shot. It's a really easy shot, but it's tough to get up the ramp sometimes. Ah. Okay, well, just trust me on this one. This is really awkward. You'll see this ball flying around. It has a really weird trajectory in here. We'll give it another few seconds, see if I can't get up there.
Spinner bonus.
I don't know. Pretty crazy. So that capture ball you want to hit, get your spot rewards. There's actually a capture hole underneath this character here.
1 million.
And you want to kind of throw this ball around the orbit. There's a little mini orbit at the upper playfield. I don't know if you noticed that. Try to throw this ball through this orbit.
Spinner bonus.
So are these tables playable? Yeah, they're all playable. They're all, I mean, if you've never played pinball, these are pretty cool tables. I mean, they're probably, especially if you're not familiar with Williams tables, you're going to want something a little crazy, a little wild, right? A little different. But timed modes are really, really tough.
1 million.
So that's something I really don't like for the most part. Okay, if I had to rate this one, let's stop there for a second. So if I had to rate this one, I think I would give it a 7. The reason I give it a 7 is because it is a little wild. It is a little different. I actually like the sound effects quite a bit on this one. Some of the railings are really crazy. They do some crazy stuff. It is pretty busy. But this one, of the tables that we've played, I think this is probably the best one. Well, I take that back. I like Robot better than this. So, of this pack, I do like Robot the best. So, let's stop there. And we'll jump out. So, we'll give that one a 7. That's middle of the road for me. A super playable table, but doesn't do anything necessarily special. I don't know. It's just the really busy tables. They're really super busy tables, and that's really struggle with that. So if I had to look at Pack 11 as a value add, you know, Robot Deluxe and maybe, so the best tables are Robot Deluxe, House of Diamonds, and Pool Champion. Sinistar and Strike I absolutely do not like. Robot's the best one by far, really, I think. Yeah, this pack is very skippable. If you didn't already have these purchased with your 4KP, you could probably do without them. If you were to get them on sale, I could see that maybe being a proposition that could work. Especially if you had a gift card, I think these would be a good tables to buy to complete out your collection. But overall, I think I would give this pack as a whole, I'd maybe give it maybe a 6. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's just so ho-hum for this one. Like I said, Robot Deluxe is a pretty good table, but it is what it is. House of Diamonds, that back glass is haunting. It's just not good. And the other three are just, they're just kind of middle of the road. So that is pack 11 review. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It is what it is, man. Like, I can't really tell you much else about it, but that's kind of how it goes. So anyway, we'll leave it at that, and we'll come back and we'll do Zaccaria Pack 12 next. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you on the leaderboards.
Retro Tech.